Just so you know, the RANT comes from an on and off relationship of 3 years with the app. Because that's the only thing I can possibly have a relationship with. Let's get real, alright? Before I tell you why I hate it, let me tell you some reasons why I love it. Or used to love it. You work in an investment bank, let's get real, okay? What are the chances of your dating? 0. Because who can you date after all? Colleagues? No. Boss? No. Juniors? Oh. MD? Hell no. No, right? Come on. I thought of him as a father, but he kind of had a taste in women younger than me, so that was like this. So that brings us to the phenomenal question, why Tinder? Everybody seems to love that question for some reason. And I go back to the coffee bean example from How to Be Single. Because there are only so many men and so many of them would be suitable for you, and by probability, if you are there in a cab and you're trying to meet someone, it's just impossible. You cannot go gumshuda, meri mehbooba, and that's not gonna work, okay? Not real. For a mango girl that is armlet, she's spending 6 days of her week just working. It's next to impossible to meet someone new and interesting. It's India, and we are taught that it is rude, dangerous to talk to strangers. So we are never going to talk to anyone who's downstairs having a sandwich or a coffee or tea or juice or whatever, trying to start a conversation. That's so not gonna happen. It's always been easy for me to pick people from the list that I already have, so I just have to say no, 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 and no. That's just so easy. Blessed. But I'm terrible at pursuing, and like there can be nobody worse than me. What if I'm too picky? And what if I am terrible at pursuing, which I am? My idea of pursuing, first crush at the age of 23. I mean, when it's a real human being and not some celebrity, right? Like, I'm not counting those, not those TV screen dudes that we drool over, no. And I'm like, oh, he's got a girlfriend? What was I even thinking? Like, obviously, what was I even thinking? It's 2016, everybody is taken, alright? 5 years? Oh God bless him. It's been 5 years he's there with her. He's definitely going to marry her, right? I should not interfere, I should not intervene. He's getting married to somebody else? Not enough for the 5 years? What were you thinking? I am so picky that even my crushes don't last. That's how that's supposed to be? You mean I'm normal? So apart from a boring crowd of same old bankers and some other decent wolf and sheep kind of people, you get to meet some creative professionals, which is like a breath of fresh air for you. And since being 5 feet 8, I don't have a single full photograph which even looks good. I always consider dating a photographer. That's just a thought. I mean, just a thought. Back in the day, things used to be decent. I swear, nobody would think of it as Grindr, and it was so easy for people to take a no in a no-nonsense way. But these days, it seems like the Delhi aggressive mentality has somewhere crept in. People just cannot take a no. They are like, why no? Why no? You like coffee, I like tea. Just like that, right? Just like that. There isn't something better or worse than something just because you like something. When I say you like coffee and I like tea, I'm not saying that coffee is bad. It's your choice. That's just your preference. Just the way I have a preference. I'm not saying that coffee is bad, okay? Do you get what I'm trying to say right here? That's just common sense, but not for everybody. We all know common sense is just not that common. I have it real clear that I am 5 feet 8 inches and I need somebody who's taller than me. But including this platform and matrimony profiles, I get people who are way shorter than me. Men as a community have a common answer no matter what the platform is, which goes something like this. But we are okay with it. What? I mean, I don't have a problem if you're tall. My girl can be taller than me, you know. Or I have dated girls taller than me, some models and whatnot, and it really doesn't matter. I'm cool with it. You can even wear heels. You do me a favor, or it will not hurt my ego. Lol. In fact, I even love tall girls. But guess who has a problem? Tall girl has a problem. Judgmental. So when you look for somebody who's 36, 24, 36, skinny, yet with curves, you are not being judgmental. No, not at all. So wake up, honey, just a way. Fair might just be a preference to you. I, as a woman, just might happen to have a preference. That's it. I never said short men are bad or anything like that. It's like they put the blame of discrimination on you so that you end up dating everyone or marrying everyone for that matter, just to be fair, you know. No discrimination. Oh, you got a tummy? Yes, that pot belly. No hair? Ah, not a problem. I'm just doing my social service week, so it's really okay. You might have a preference for long hair. I don't have any. I can't be friends with the worst looking people, whether or not they're short or whatever. And they are great friends and I would really respect them, and that's all okay. But when it comes to romantic relationships, it's something special, right? It's just the one. So I might have a preference, not judging, really. Because a special one is somebody that you're supposed to fancy, right? Now, I know of arranged marriages, but arranged relationships? Nah. That too when I get to choose, but you ask me to flush my free will down there because I should choose you. Just to be fair and appropriate. Nah. Same for arranged marriages. Somehow for girls, it's not important to find a good-looking guy. He doesn't have hair, so what? He's got a huge pregnant 9-month belly, so what? He's tall, I gave you that. What more can you want? Face? I've got to see that same face every day. I don't have any love or anything to make me blind. Assuming that you were okay to have flings, FWBs or any other such hormonally driven relationships, men also expect you to arrange that without even fancying someone. Like, isn't attraction supposed to be the only measure for that? No. Apparently not, because you are a woman and if you think a lot, you're a feminist. Don't be judgmental. I can't even imagine talking to the hottest guy ever and saying, don't be judgmental. You like skinny and short women? So what? Try tall and blunt for a change. What the hell is Tinder social? Now married men can go and tell their wife, hey honey, it's really okay. We're just going out with our friends. Peter, you know, he's a guy. It's really okay. We're just meeting new people, you know. Not dating. Number 2. Now you have to declare at least one person you're going out with if you want to meet new people. But what about legitimate local singles? How do they go out? Because isn't that exactly why you're there? Because you do not have local friends? And who would that one person be? Like, you go out with a date to get another date. That is so weird. Number 3. Technical issues. Raise your hand if it logs you out all the time, crashes all the time, takes about 10 minutes to load a chat on 4G connection, eats the battery out of your phone as if it was hungry for 8 years and then it suddenly saw pizza. If you get pissed when it takes you to Facebook to log Facebook says it is already authorized you. Facebook knows it, you know it, when will you know it? Tinder. Why do men say hi, hey, what's up? And how are you? Like as if you really wanted to know how I am. Like if you've seen the Tamasha movie, you know what I'm talking about. Look, I know, okay? I just know that you do not give a damn about how a beautiful stranger in your life is feeling or how she's doing at all. I know, it's really okay. Don't do that. I'm actually warning you, actually say what's up with me. Are you ready for it? My maid has not come. My mom wants me to clean the cupboard. My dad is yelling at me to do the chores. My laptop repair guy has not come. My iPad has, for the nth time ever, forgot the passcode. I mean, I forgot the passcode. But any which way, that means that I have to erase it. Numbers are more important than fingerprints for Apple. My stomach is upset with me. My phone screen broke. And every time I reach the queue, the cash just ends. So I'm stuck with 500 and 1000. What am I supposed to do? Now you tell me how you feel about what's up with my life. Oh, you thought I would do I'm fine, thank you for asking. No. Do you realize that 300 potential people are right now doing the same damn thing? Hi, how are you? What's up? And that's really irritating. 300 into 1 minute spent on each. That's like 5 hours of my life. I'm not doing the fake. How are we today? For 5 hours every single day. I don't have time for it. Not at all. And that's the reason why I uninstalled, because I don't want to be rude. Why don't you care to write a sweet personal long message like the other people do? They're the ones who get a reply. Do you even realize that it is not Facebook and not Twitter and not WeChat? It does not have a public status message where I can say what's happening in my life. And even if I did, let's get real. You do not care about it. You do not want to know about it. So stop asking about it. So I'm not gonna be like, I'm awesome. Although I'm crying deep inside and I'm really depressed and I'm very, very depressed. There's nothing left in my life. But I'm not telling you that because you don't want a depressed girl, do you? I don't really get it. The girl is the only match for the guy. Usually the girl has a lot of other matches because men swipe every girl right. I mean, most of them. And women are picky and choosy, so they don't. Just saying the usual behavior. So it's only likely that we've got a ton of people from all different platforms, from real life and from everywhere trying to talk to us. It's better to make a connection. I just don't get it why people don't understand that a voice is actually more credible and more important in the dating world than just writing. Because writing could be any bot, could be any robot out there that I'm talking to. And if you like this, please subscribe. Because I'll be making videos and vlogs of my daily life which will be pretty interesting sooner or later. And the links are somewhere right here. Click the I button if you're there on the mobile and click on the end screen annotations if they work for you, and subscribe and share.